Oh, hey guys. Just leaving Mary's Cafe. That's what I call it. In the shadow of St. Mary's Basilica. Here on one of my favorite parts of Gdansk in the old town, which is good old Amber Alley. So we're going to cut it out this way, and I'll take you to the center square, and we'll see if there's some other treats we can find on part 2 of our trip here in Gdansk. Alright, so we are cutting out into their main square where the White Rabbit lies. Before we get there, though, let me show you what I ate at the cafe, which, I'll say this, I've been there twice now, and what I like about it is because it's a couple blocks from this main tourist area, you don't get the crowds. So if you're more of an introvert and need a break from everyone and recharge, that's where I go. Although I will say, if I have another cabbage-filled pierogi, I'm going to throw up. Yep, I went there. For the second day in a row now, I've been tricked. But this time it was kind of funny. It's like, well, here, let me show you the food first, and then I'll tell you the story. This is where I was last year. I love the decor in here. It's awesome. It's very quaint and cute. So, I got hot chocolate and some pierogies with me. Yay! Here are my pierogi with mushrooms. Open wide. Gonna fall. Here we go. Bottoms up. So when first of all, I walked in there and I greeted the guy in Polish because it's not that hard for me to do that. And I ended up ordering a hot chocolate, and then I got this 5-piece pierogi dish, and I thought it just said with mushrooms, so I must have mistranslated it because I got 5 pieces, but what had happened was they were all like a different variety, so I think it was a sampler. Are these buildings beautiful? There's Neptune in all his glory. Here, let's get away from these crowds. We'll cut back this way in a minute. I want to show you something over here instead. So anyway, the first one that I ate was mushrooms, and it was pretty good. I was like, oh, this is great. But then the second one I bit into was all cabbage. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because then I got that sick feeling that I had from the night before. So it just kind of came back, because literally it was last night. And then the third one I had was also cabbage. The redeeming was at the end, there was one that was duck. And that was delicious. But I feel like I've been had. So no more pierogies while we're here. Bah humbug. I'm trying to get us to a specific street. And I know I'm on the right street now. Like where I had, the first time that I ever came here, I stayed at like an Airbnb. I'm just trying to find that specific one. And instead, in the meantime, we get the harmony of construction. So this is kind of cool right here. Got these cute dogs right here. I want to say it was right here. But honestly, I think I'm too far down. But I just remember I stayed in this 1-bedroom apartment, and you went down there and there was the gate, and you had this view right here. But my apartment had these giant windows just like these, and it was great because you got all this natural light. And again, you're 1 block over from, we'll say, all the loudness, unless they're doing construction. And it was nice. It was very therapeutic. This is what a school looks like. Or is it a palace? I'm not sure. I think it's a school. Well, I'm a little bummed. I wanted you to show you guys that little bit of my memories. Oh, crap. All right. So, last time I was in this town, I was here for a Christmas market. And this is so crazy. Oh, my God. I picked, like, the worst time to come here. We have, like, the tractor protests going on. You got road work. The riverfront area is being torn up. And look at these massive garages right here. I don't know. For some reason, I always think the garages here are funny to me. So, but in all seriousness, this is a loud Tuesday. Wait, today is Tuesday. Oh, look at that. I timed it. I cued the bells. Right here, guys. Lovely. And we're going to walk down the old streets. Get a glimpse of the past and the present, all at the same time. If you really are a big Neptune fan, there's a bar right here. And again, you'll note right here, see more little murals, painted murals on these buildings. It's just gorgeous. If you go to like the old town part of Warsaw. I don't know where Moscow came from, but if you go to Warsaw and you go to the old town, they have a couple squares that also have this variety. What is that right there? Is that a dog? Okay, something has to stop. Look at this goose right here. He's herding, and then there's like a T-Rex trying to eat him. Ridiculous. All right, I gotta be serious. So we're walking this way towards the other entrance of the gate. On a side note, if you haven't been, you should really go to Lublin. Because Lublin, you can go from the Krakow gate all the way to the Jewish gate. And it's a beautiful walk through their downtown, their historic area. Slightly different vibes, but honestly, well worth the trip. And of course, you get the history. Different regions. It's a little colder than I expected today. You'll find traveling to Poland in February is a hit or miss. Now, when they do their Christmas market, it's actually down it's down that way and through the center gates. And now we're gonna end up going this way. But actually, I want to show you a beautiful building before we do that. But look at all the birds. Reminds me of a restaurant/manor that I stayed at in outside of Yaroslav in the southeastern part of Poland, where the restaurant has those type of colors inside of it. This is cool too right here. You know, there's not really a lot of, well, when you're walking around, this is like the first like reminder that this town or city was based off of, you know, shipbuilding trades. Sorry, the shipbuilding, the different trades for the amber market and for other goods. It was such a big deal that the Teutonic Knights came in and they wanted a piece of the pie as well. Which is kind of interesting because the Teutonic Knights were a religious order, and yet they controlled a whole section of this region. If you ever get over to their castle in Malbork, you'll see what I'm talking about. Make sure you listen to them, by the way. If you don't, they might throw you out. just might be speaking from experience there. Let's just say myself and a guard didn't agree on whether or not I could enter through a certain side gate. Ridiculous. Let's talk about wealth. This was put in 1605, and it was renovated a couple times, 1768, 1887. You can see the gold-plated everything. It's gorgeous. I'm sure you can get in there, but as you guys know, I really only go into churches. Sort of my thing. Now, if you go directly this way, there's St. Mary's Church. Again, here's Amber Alley, more of Amber Alley, with the familiar Slytherin house fans right here. Yeah. I wonder if J.K. Rowling just came here for her inspiration. It's cool being here with less people. So as I said, if you can visit Gdansk on a Tuesday in the colder months, you're going to get a different view, different vantage point than what you would if you came in the middle of summer. All right, so which one of these is Kazimierz? If you're not familiar with the city too much in the region, the two lions are the crest, I believe. Not to be confused with two trolls. You think they're trolls? You've been hanging out with me too much. Just saying. So again, kind of giving you an idea where we are. If I remember right, I'm trying to use my landmarks here. I swear the market was over here. Yeah, it was, because I remember the trees. Maybe not. I thought I cut it right. Maybe I didn't. I'm not lost. I'm not. There's a big statue to a war hero right there in the middle. Some guy on a horse. I think his name's Joseph. And if I cared enough, I'd go over and show him to you. But it's really... You've seen one statue, you've seen them all, right? Okay, we're going to go this way, through this alley. I knew I'd find it. Okay, so... Here's where the market is, the Christmas market. I don't even know what that building is. I'm very bad at being a tour guide today. Not my calling. I was too consumed by Gimli here and his sword and the head that he chopped off. Huh. The sword actually looks pretty good. It's like, it looks like they put a real sword in his hand. Look up there. Huh. Well, may that be a lesson to us to not mess around with Gimli. So the entire market, Christmas market, is here in this spot. And right now, looks like there actually are some stands set up. And I don't want you to feel left out, so that beautiful sound you hear of the horns, I believe that is still the tractor brigade. Pretty sure. Cool, huh? I don't know what that is right there. It looks like maybe the old drawbridge into the city, but it's kind of random. Random to me, I know. For you locals, you're like, no, that's this. It's funny, I'm like, I haven't really been on this side of town, so I'm kind of, I won't say walking blind, but we're walking blind. There was a church I saw, but I was like, now it's getting cold, and I kind of want to rest up. Are you enjoying the whining? Thought you would. I think we're gonna head back to the train station. See if there's some surprises we can find before we roll out of town. Now, of course, if you head back in, there's plenty else to see and do in the old town. But my limits are kind of up. Well, I wanted to take a moment and get out of the breeze that kept sliding into me. It's like, it's not sliding. Well, it kind of is. It's like, it doesn't matter which direction I go, just go shh. So we get off the road on this wonderful little water embankment here. Well, I wonder why they don't call Gdansk the Venice of Poland. Oh wait, I know the reason why. Because Opole is the Venice of Poland. That's why. But, I don't know, just saw a canal. Do you think anyone ever comes over here and trims these? I'm just asking for a friend. So, along the waterway, the reason why I turned is because when we started this journey in part 1, I actually took you over here. So this is the back side of it. We're at the Bridge of Love, if you will. And if you were in Krakow, there's a pedestrian bridge that has locks all over it as well. It's actually significantly longer than this because this is a secure little route that leads you back to the train station, where in Krakow it goes from Stare Podgórze, I think I said that right, over to the Kazimierz, maybe? Yeah, to that side. Someday I'll get all these pronunciations right. I'm hopeful we can slide in here, but I have a suspicion, based off of the fences up ahead, that we might not be able to, which is a shame. I'm hoping that it's open, this being a, Catholic country, that any church you can get into. But I also know that, like other parts of the world, well, we'll say New Hampshire, where I'm from, there's plenty of older churches that are being sold off, that are no longer in use. So hopefully that's not the case, because actually we have a double header right here. Yeah, that sucks. So it looks like it's the Church of the Adoration, maybe. And true to form, we can't get in. Huh. That sucks. Have I said it enough? Because it does. It does suck. What's a proper walking tour without being able to go into a church? I know. Ridiculous. Well, on the flip side, let's look at this contrast in architecture here. We got right across the street, we have this interesting looking building here. And then look at this one with the brick right here. This is kind of neat too. Huh. So I'm being stubborn now. Church right across the street. Come on, baby. Fingers crossed. Any bets? Uh-oh. The lions have spotted me. So if you look across the street at the Central Hotel, and I spotted them, they're right here. Zoom in. Here you go, guys. Do you see the guard lions? Staring right at us. We got to be careful. To St. Elizabeth we go. That was St. Elizabeth's. And guess where we are now. We're back at the train station. That's right. So this is where I bid you adieu, guys. I gotta get out of town. I gotta go meet up with a famous travel blogger. Nierozumian. I'm sure he wanted money, but I don't understand enough to give money. And if he didn't want money, then it's an insult if I'm giving him money. Anywho, so I gotta get back underneath the road, go right there, make my plan. Gotta go meet up with with Gdansk's own famous travel blogger. You'll see that in our next video and the adventures that we have. Alright guys, until next time. Peace. Alright, we are on our way. In case you forget that Gdansk is a shipyard, look at this. Isn't that awesome?